Mamdani has said that this is blatant pursuit of regime change, and he goes on to say that capturing Venezuelan leader Maduro is an act of war. So that is the statement from New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani, who has condemned the US airstrikes on Venezuela, and he has also stated that capturing Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is an act of war. And my colleague Rohit Sharma continues to stay with us. Rohit, that's the statement that is coming in from New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani, who has condemned the US airstrikes on Venezuela. And in fact, he has also stated that capturing the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who we were talking about, is an act of war.
Right. I mean, this is this is an interesting dynamic, right? I mean, he's obviously going to be held in New York. Zoran Mamdani, who's not seen eye to eye with President Trump on multiple issues. He just got sworn in 2 days ago, and the first thing he does is he picks up a fight with the administration, which again was on the anticipated route. So yes, as a mayor, I mean, I'm not sure what he can do to I guess do here essentially, because this is a federal crime. This somebody who's been indicted in the court, somebody who's going to be facing drug and weapons charge, and President Trump has said somebody who's been responsible for thousands of deaths in America. So I think Mamdani is trying to insert himself into the conversation here. I don't think there's anything he can do within his powers. But again, I think it's one of those things where he's using this as one of the, I guess he's inserting himself into conversation where whatever he does is going to have no bearing on the outcome of the planned things that will happen in the next week when it comes to Nicolas Maduro and his wife. But again, I think he just wanted to, make a point, possibly, as a Democrat, possibly, as a newly elected mayor of New York City. So not surprised. But again, he doesn't have any power over what will happen to Maduro and his wife. I think everything that could happen can only happen with President Trump and his approval, including a pardon that can only be granted by President Trump.
All right, Rohit, do stay with us. India Today Global's Pranay Upadhyay is also with us. Pranay, how do you look at these developments? New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani has also now reacted, and he has picked a side, and that is not Donald Trump's side.
Anjali, as far as the politics of Zoran Mamdani is concerned, his politics is well defined, and definitely this is not in support of President Donald Trump. But as far as the U.S. The administrative boundary lines are concerned, he has very limited say, because the Drug Enforcement Agency, the U.S. Border Agency, and the various other agencies are under the direct administration of U.S. President Donald Trump. So there are very limited things, because he has been kept into the Nicolas Maduro and his wife are being kept in the central facility, and they are directly under the U.S. the Trump administration. And as a mayor of New York, he has limited say. He has only voiced his his dissent, and many lawmakers are questioning the policy of President Donald Trump in the United States. You heard President Donald Trump also that he did not want to take this issue to Congress, because he wanted to maintain the secrecy of the operation, and it could have got leaked if he would have consulted the Congress on this matter. So clearly, I think U.S. President Donald Trump did not care, or I think he doesn't even care that what the New York City mayor thinks about these issues, because it is being handled directly by his administration, and the State Department, Department of War, and the other U.S. central agencies, federal agencies are handling this issue. So yes, New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani got into this conversation, and he voiced his concern,
right,
and he also voiced his dissent with the politics of President Donald Trump, the way operation was carried out in Venezuela. But besides that, there are very limited things legally and administratively he can do in the city of New York, even if Nicolas Maduro is being kept there and being tried there.